Everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a quick one-page layout using the Dream Big Little Boy collection from Echo Park. I am using just one photo for this layout, and when I saw the photo, I knew immediately I needed to use this collection because the colors matched perfectly. So I am going to be using the dark green paper for my border and then this arrow paper for my main layout, my background paper. I am rounding the corners of this paper. I'm meant to round the corners of my photo and the backing of the photo as well, and just forgot. So that might have kind of brought it all together a little bit more, but it is what it is. I'm not going to sweat about it now that it's done. As you can see, I struggled with getting this paper down on the layout or on the border there. Here is the photo of my son. I am trimming it down a little bit because there was just excess in the photo that wasn't necessary. So I did want to bring the focus more into the middle there. I am using some Echo Park, I guess you could call it cardstock. I think I got this from Not Just for Boys, and a few of the pieces matched the this collection perfectly, and so I decided to just store it with the collection. And so the color that I backed my photo with is like a dark blue gray color, and that was a scrap piece from a layout I did previously. I decided to use a cut apart for my title. It says "You Are Loved," and I just thought it was super cute. So I am going to use that and then just kind of embellish around the picture a little bit. I have the ephemera and the sticker sheet, and one thing I noticed was there was a canvas flare set from Scrap and Happy Studio that matched this collection perfectly, and so I knew I wanted to use at least one, if not more, of those flares on this layout. And so you can kind of see I'm playing around with them. I really like the way that the lion looks with those flags out from behind it, and so I thought about using it and placing it under the title. You will notice I do move it, but I really like the way that that looks with that lion there. And that is the flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. So once I kind of got the kind of the gist of where I wanted or what embellishments I wanted, I decided it was time to finally tape everything down. And I no really rhyme or reason for using the tent, but I liked the size of it for the bottom cluster as a base, and then I felt like I could add more to that cluster. At the top there's a couple ephemera pieces that I use, and the one says handsome little guy, and I just thought that was so cute, and just wanted again a base, almost a layering piece for that cluster. And so that's why I used the one with all the numbers. Thought about using the car, but I really have a hard time using, I guess, icons that don't really go with my layout. I know the animals don't either, but they're just so stinking cute that I couldn't help myself. But like the car, it just, I don't know, it didn't really fit with the layout, and so I decided to kind of move on. So I did end up moving that lion and those tags or flags up to the top, and I like the way that that looks up there. It just spaced out my clusters a little bit more and filled in that empty space at the top. There was a Play All Day canvas flare from Scrap and Happy Studio as well that I thought looked great overlapping the tent at the bottom. That little happy just fit perfectly on that top cluster, and really it's just kind of filling in my clusters now. What can I add to fill in the extra spaces to make them look complete? And so I did go back to my Scrap and Happy Studio stash and found some mini flares that are hearts, and they're kind of like that dark blue color. And so I added one to the bottom cluster, added one to that top left cluster, and just really like the way that that looks. There's some little teeny tiny stars on the sticker sheet, so I'm scattering those throughout the two clusters as well. Looking back at the layout now, I think I am going to go back and add a doily underneath that cut apart. I just felt like it was kind of plain on that side, and I feel like a doily would look really cute underneath of that as a layering piece. So I think I'm gonna end up adding that, so stay tuned for the layout share and see if I get around to it and actually do it and see how that looks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. I will link this collection down below if I can find it, and I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.